Parenting is a journey of discovery. Every turn brings a new adventure, a new challenge. And just ahead are even greater joys that only your baby can bring. Welcome to Baby Care Basics, brought to you exclusively by your doctor and nurse and Ross Laboratories. Come along with us as we discover parenting.
You're getting ready to become a parent. So much to plan and so many things to do. I'm Steve Shelov. As a pediatrician and a parent, I know how excited and anxious you may feel. Well, in this edition of Baby Care Basics, we'll cover a variety of subjects that'll help you get ready so you can enjoy your baby and provide the best possible care. Your baby will be unique, as different from other babies as you are from other adults. Since no two babies are alike, the parenting decisions you make must consider the special needs of your baby. As a new parent, you'll make some mistakes, and you'll learn a lot from them. You'll also have questions along the way, questions that deserve proper answers. Your baby's doctor and nurse have the experience and special training to provide answers that will help you understand your growing child. No one will know your baby better than you, but your baby's doctor and nurse can help you recognize what it takes to satisfy the special needs of your newborn. As partners in your baby's care, they'll help you make sound decisions about your baby's health and nutrition. Even now, as you get ready for your baby, it's natural to have questions. Will my baby be okay? What will my baby be like? And will I be a good parent? It's good to look ahead because soon you'll be making important decisions. Newborns use a special language to communicate. Body messages like movements, expressions, and vocalizations. As you learn to understand their language, you can begin to consider your baby as an active partner in caregiving decisions. Our first program for you and your baby will help you think about and understand your baby, as well as the responsibilities of parenting. Featuring noted pediatrician T. Barry Brazelton, it follows several couples from the last trimester to 6 weeks after the birth of their baby, and shows how they grow and gain the confidence to excel at parenting.
Those moments right after birth are so special. Touching, trying to get the baby to look back at you. Parents and their babies communicating for the very first time. All babies, even newborns, are trying to communicate through their behavior, through their expressions, the way they move, the way they turn to your voice. I'm Dr. Barry Brazelton. As a pediatrician and a parent, I know how important it is for parents to understand their baby. Should I hold him when he cries? Can I wake her up if she falls asleep at the breast? Parents learn their job from their baby's behavior. Understanding their baby's language helps parents begin to respect that baby as a person. And that's how parents really make a difference.
The last part of pregnancy is a time for getting ready, preparing yourself, each other, trying to get to know your baby. Prenatal classes have been a breakthrough, a chance for parents to share with each other the exciting work of getting ready.
Up until today's class, we've been talking mostly about your labor and delivery and getting ready for that big event in your life. But today I want to focus on your newborn.
You know, you read all kinds of materials and literature and things, and you go to the classes, but you never really know what it's really going to be like until you have that little baby.
Instead of, well, how are we going to do this? How are we going to do that? And is the kid going to be this? Don't worry about it. It'll all happen in time. So I'm really excited and looking forward to all these things that are going to be happening when the child comes into the world.
He won't worry about it.
I guess over the years I've kind of developed in my head sort of a list of positive parenting traits that I liked and also some things I definitely wanted to avoid doing. And I think for me it's a matter of comparison. How am I going to pull that off? You know, I've got a long list of things I would like to try to do. And
Even now, before birth, you are preparing for your child, buying baby clothes, choosing names, making sure the baby's room is ready, thinking about your baby and the exciting changes ahead. All of this preparation helps you understand what it means to be a parent.
If you think about it, your babies have communicated with you even now. I'd like for you just to think and tell me what kinds of things you already know about your babies.
And I can feel it moving a lot of times, and it's not really rough, but it's like very noticeable, not really subtle or anything like that. And I have to, do something like that to kind of calm down a little bit.
He or she responds to a certain pitch of sound, I've noticed consistently over the last couple months, that in kind of the higher pitched tones, it can be on television or it can be a woman laughing or a certain tone in Tom's voice.
I always relax when I play the piano, and I notice that seems to stop the kicking too, so I don't know if that's always going to be true.
Leroy, what kinds of specific concerns do you have about taking care of your baby?
Right now, the concerns I have are more in the area of feeding and nutrition, how often to feed, what to feed, when to feed.
One of the things that I've thought about or been concerned about is the baby's crying and how to know what the different cries mean.
Which is the best time to sleep? Are they supposed to sleep 2 or 3 hours and wake up, or just sleep for the whole entire time? And that's one concern that I have.
Is the baby healthy, and will it be normal? And what would I do if it were not?
Even if the baby is born unhealthy, my feeling is I'm not going to love it any less than I would with a healthy baby. It's still my child, and I still love it just as much.
Finally, you and your baby. The hard work of birthing seems like a distant memory as you touch, stare, feel. You're already getting to know each other.
She's looking at you, Tina.
I didn't really believe that this was going to happen until I saw his head pop out. And it was so strange. His eyes weren't open, but he turned his head up toward me, and I was looking down, and it was like we connected, but not visually. And then she pushed one more time, and he popped out. And every emotion that you've ever had just kind of sweeps over you at once.
The first thing I said when I saw my baby was, "Oh my gosh, he looks like E.T." And that was an awful thing to say. His head was misshapen. I didn't realize his head was going to come out being long.
It didn't look like what I expected. I expected it to be like a clean, nice, neat, as she said, rosy cheeks and all that.
It was necessary for me to spend a lot of time with the baby and bond with him. I discovered so many things that I had never thought of before he was born. And seeing all the unique things that he has made me feel that those feelings of disappointment were silly. They're all gone now.
As you get to know your baby over those first few days, your expectations become reality. Not long ago, it was felt that newborns did little more than eat and sleep. Today, we know that they're born responsive and alert, with so many capabilities. From birth, your baby is special, with a unique personality, the ability to feel and interact with the world around him. Your baby learns by absorbing information through his senses, seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching.
Looks like he's really starting to wake up. Hi there. Sometimes when babies are waking up, they can either be pokey about it or they'll wake up real quickly and be fussy. If we can get him to be nice and alert, we can get to see what things he's interested in focusing and following on.
Good job.
Oh, boy. What are we looking at there?
His eyes definitely track it.
Look at him looking at the baby.
Good job.
He's so relaxed when he's doing it. It's wonderful.
Oh, he said that's a good-looking bear.
You're beautiful. This is only the second time he's looked me in the eye. Oh, how does it feel? Oh, God, I could cry, really. Are you looking at Mommy? Huh? Oh.
She sure earned it, didn't she, Justin?
He's hooked right on to you. Oh. He says, forget that bear stuff. I want my mommy's face.
David, sweetheart.
Your newborn can distinguish different types of sounds
You noticed that already? Right. Looking at me like he knew.
and
Like he
shows a
knew he'd heard my
preference
voice.
through his
I think
reactions.
he knows you. Let's both talk at the same time and see what he does. Just to, I don't know. We'll just see what he does with that. There. Now he's calmed down again. All right. Go ahead and start talking, Kathy, and we'll both just talk.
David.
Go ahead. Keep talking now.
David.
And I'm going to talk
Can you
to
look at
David,
Mommy?
too. I wonder what he'll think.
What are you doing?
What will this little guy think if we both
David.
talk to him?
Look at Mommy.
What's he gonna say?
Look at me.
What's he gonna say?
Look at your Mommy.
Is he looking at you?
He's trying. He's squinting at me.
What did you see him do?
Turned his head,
Uh-huh.
and he seemed to recognize my voice. And then he made sucking motions at the same time, like he knows where his food is coming from.
What do you see? Open your eyes.
We sometimes wonder, what is she feeling? What is he thinking? A newborn is not just a passive observer.
Go to mommy.
Your baby is capable of really participating in your world.
What do you think he's telling you?
You wet?
Since babies can't speak, they communicate their needs and preferences through body messages. Facial expressions, body movements like increased activity or looking away, and vocalizations, especially crying. Bathing is a time when you can interpret your baby's messages. Here, David is communicating very clearly.
What do you see?
It looks like he's trying to calm himself and console himself just by bringing his hands up to his mouth and cooing to himself and calming himself down. Given the way he reacts to bathing, how often do I need to give him a bath?
What do you think you should do?
Well, he doesn't do anything to get dirty. We're going to be cleaning him, his face when he spits up and his bottom when he, goes to the bathroom. So I don't think that I need to bathe him every day, but usually you read that you need to.
I think you're right. I think it should be an enjoyable time.
Okay.
And by keeping him as calm as you can during it, and then doing it only when you absolutely need to. He won't need to be bathed every day.
Great.
At other times when he's been upset, what have you noticed has calmed him down?
One of the things that we normally do is feed him. When you feed the baby, it seems like really calms him down.
What are some of the things that he does to let you know that he's ready to feed?
He starts moving his tongue, moving his mouth, and at first he'll just do it straight forward, and then as he gets hungrier, he turns his head towards my breast, or even if he's not right up next to me, he goes to the side. And then as he gets hungrier, it gets really aggressive. He'll really turn his head.
You can sense
And
more demand.
his urgency is there.
Yeah.
And then if he still hasn't gotten fed, he starts crying. But there's a definite progression of signals that he gives us as far as what he wants.
Yeah.
You can tell a definite difference between his diaper needing to be changed where he needs to be fed, because if his diaper needs to be changed, he's not doing
He's just
that.
So that's the difference.
There are definitely some times that it's a little bit more of an uncertainty because 4 hours have gone by and he's sound asleep and blissful, and 4.5 and almost 5.
His sleep, he seems so content in his sleep, and if it's so hard to get him up, should we get him up?
Right. That's been a
What do you
concern of
usually
mine.
do?
We have really tried both. We've tried prodding him and waking him and trying to do some things that appear to waken him. And then we've also tried just letting him sleep a little bit longer.
Now see, he's fallen asleep. He does this sometimes, I'm not always sure what to do. He falls asleep, and I'm just not sure what to do.
What kind of things have you tried?
Well, I've tried to pick him up, hold him up underneath his arms, and I've tried